I think there's another element in here which I'd like to sort of just touch on a little bit. You've talked in a previous edit about your thoughts on leadership and how it's a genuine and it's an authenticity that you have people's backs. And I'm just wondering whether, does that influence, if I was to say, as I am here, what one tip would you give any sort of future leader, in particular in like an innovation role? Has that got an influence on that tip, or would you be thinking about something completely different about things that you've learned and you're passing to another leader?
So my take on it's all wrapped together, okay? But so what I would say is you do what you say you're going to do, okay? That's what you do, and so you commit to whatever it is, and you do what you say you're going to do. And sometimes that's, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly of that, okay? But that's about just if you do that. So, and it's hard for me to put into words because it just is, right? And so if you do what you say you're going to do, whether it's having some back, whether it's finishing a project, whether it's owning up to a situation because it didn't go quite right, that builds trust, it builds loyalty, it's again being genuine, okay? And it all comes together. And so so there's times that things don't go well, and so you've got to own up to that. There's times things go really well, and that's great, but also make sure that you're giving credit where credit's due. Like, it's all together, but do what you say. Do what you say you're going to do. And it's just inherently integrity and trust and being this genuine person. And that's what being a leader is all about. Okay, it just, I think, starts emanating from you as a person. It brings something to an organization, and that then comes together and goes back to that culture, right? And how it all works together.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'm not as eloquent as I probably should be on these things, but I'm clearly, I'll use the word again, passionate. So yeah.
It probably demonstrates, that you embody it rather than it's something which is, it's taught, because, a lot of these are more characteristics of the person, which come with their upbringing and, how they've learned over years through that sort of, effectively that sort of osmosis of learning. And I think that is terribly hard to describe to people when it's just a characteristic that you have as a trait. It just comes. So I'm not surprised that it's, you're sort of struggling to get it out.
I don't put it into words.
How do I describe it?